each other. Our next performer, ladies and gentlemen, is a very, very funny young man. Let's welcome Lue Avent.
Hey, I'm actually pretty sad right now because I'm a big football fan and they got this NFL lockout that might happen. And Adrian Peterson, actually, I'm very happy about him because he actually brought Jesse Jackson back because he went on TV and said that the NFL commissioner is treating the players like slaves. And Jesse Jackson got all over TV and said that they were treating them like slaves. And I thought to myself, if slaves made $12 million a year, I'm not so sure slavery would be over. It'd be just a bunch of pissed off slaves walking around going, I hate Lincoln. Messed up my signing bonus. Could you imagine a slave auction with $12 million on the line? And like, now come to the stage, J-Bo, he'd be like. J-Bo picks 2 bales of cotton per hour and has yet to try to escape. J-Bo, everybody. His mother be sitting in the back of the crowd. That's my son. J-Bo, do that thing I taught you. Sold. It's the only way I've seen it work. I wanted to talk about what was going on with Chris Brown. Did you see Chris Brown on Good Morning America? I watched that, I was disgusted. I was really disgusted. It hurt my stomach as a black man to watch that. Hurt me, hurt my soul. Because never is it ever okay for a black man to have blonde hair. Unless you're fighting Sylvester Stallone and selling tacos, you should not have blonde hair. Tell you guys a little bit about myself. I am a single father of a 9-year-old little girl that I've raised by myself since birth. And, that was quite the applause. You guys don't take care of kids around here? No? They come out and get a job. I love my daughter to death, but she's the biggest smartass on earth. Like, she's always coming up to me trying to get a rise out of me, asking me questions. Like, she came to me the other day and she's like, hey, Daddy, where do babies come from? I'm a single dude, I don't feel like answering that question. I'm like, I don't know. She said, you don't know? I said, I don't know. She said, okay, Daddy, so I could be an alien. I could be like Superman because you don't know where I came from. I'm like, no, okay, look, a man loves a woman loves a man, they get married, they get together, baby, that's how it happens. She said, okay, Daddy, I love you. Can we make a baby? I got in there real close. It was like a Walmart moment. I was like, baby, I love you. You mean everything to me, but you don't live in that part of Maine. When you got kids, you try to protect them from things, right? Like you see things coming, you try to cut it off before it gets there, right? Like I was sitting home late night one night and this McDonald's commercial came on. In this McDonald's commercial, there's 2 little black kids. One's got the manager's uniform on, the other one's got the regular employee uniform on. And they're walking around McDonald's talking about how great it is to work at McDonald's. You might get to work the fryer later, drive-thru, all this other stuff. He gets toward the end of the commercial and the kid in the manager's uniform says, you know what? One day I hope I could own a McDonald's. And he puts that gusto on it, you know what I mean? Like, own a McDonald's. And the commercial flashes to another scene. It's the same 2 little black kids, but they're in bed asleep. Which means somewhere in America, there's 2 little black kids dreaming about working at goddamn McDonald's. Might not have scared y'all, scared the hell out of me. I went in my daughter's bedroom at 4:30 in the morning. I woke her up and started shaking. Wake up, wake up. She's like, oh, I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. Wake up. What are you dreaming about? What are you laying here dreaming about? She's like, I don't know, Daddy. I'm somewhere. There's music playing, there's a pole, and for some reason, guys keep throwing money at me. I said, damn. Let me tell you about these opportunities at McDonald's. The hardest thing about being a single father is dating, because I've had some crazy thing happen. I got a woman call me up after 4 months of dating and tell me she doesn't want to see me anymore. And I'm like, why don't you want to see me anymore? And after 4 months, she said, I don't want to see you anymore because you have yet to introduce me to your daughter. And I'm like, that's big stuff, introducing a new person to my kids. She said, no. You don't want to introduce me to your daughter because she's going to tell me about all the bitches you're banging. I'm like, first off, my daughter does not talk like that. Second off, she knows that those bitches are hoes. Third off, I've raised her since birth. Me and her are like this. She's not telling her shit. She knows who buys the goddamn silly bands in this house. Oh, you guys are awesome. But I got one thing I like to do before I die. I like to sleep with an old white woman. Like 50 or 60 years old. Who has never been with a black man. So I can live up to her wildest stereotype. I like take her to her house, I'll bang her brains out and steal the credit cards. When she gets the bill, it'll be like Jordan's, Popeyes, and child support payments. Just to really bring it home. Tell you guys about something special happening recently. One of my best friends I've known since I'm 2 years old. I grew up with her. She has cerebral palsy. She's been in a wheelchair since we were kids. And she called me up recently. She asked me to do something special for her. I said, I'd do anything. You're one of my best friends. What do you need? And she said, I would love it if you would do me the honor of taking my virginity. That's special, right? Special. But I didn't know how to answer. So I didn't say anything. She said, listen, don't answer now. Take this number, call my spotter, and then get back in touch with me. I said, okay, cool, but what the hell is a spotter? And if you don't know, this is a true story. A spotter is a medical professional who sits in the room while you guys have sex to make sure nothing wrong happens to her. My question, who in the hell is training people for this job? Do they just put a bunch of applicants in a room, make them watch a snuff film, and then when it's over go, okay, where did this go wrong? Where should you have stepped in? I took the number, I called, she's one of my best friends. I got on the phone, I was like, all right, spotter, how involved are you? If I need a leg up, are you there? Are you like a fluffer if I go down? Have any of these ever turned into a three-way? And I did it, let me tell you something, there's nothing quite as sexy as having a 250-pound Latino woman sit in the back of the room reading the Cosmo telling you what you're doing wrong. And that's my time, I'm Lue Avent, thank you very much.
Another good example, a little good young comedian before I started working with him. Not actually laugh. Figured that out. I should get me a spotter. I found this one back. So you put it on the top stair. Fine. Ladies, who was right through there to the left. Right around the corner there. I love the gasp that went through the room when Lou said an older white woman like 50.